host in an incredible way.
Did great.
Killed it.
And what we've been sharing is some great details coming out of DICE, Motive, and Criterion for all of the great multiplayer combat we're going to see. We're going to see across all 3 eras in this game in multiplayer. So
yeah, except for the prequel, which only had, what was it, one character, which was Yoda. And Darth Maul. Okay, but they didn't have Anakin, Count Dooku, Obi-Wan, or Grievous until much later.
Yes. I am. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they are
Go ahead, guys.
so excited about that.
Excited for that. So just please tell me more about the single-player campaign.
Yes, please do.
So it's been a great collaboration with Motive Studios and specifically our writers for the single-player campaign are Mitch Dyer and Walt Williams. Awesome guys. And this image that is up on the giant screen behind me
It's very big.
is perfectly encapsulates sort of what the catalyst for this story is. So you've got standing up there Commander Iden Versio herself, leader of Inferno Squad with her comrades Del and Hask in the background, and they were watching the
Oh, she was in 4 episodes of Arrow because, yeah, I knew that.
From Star Wars. What is unique about this is that we're seeing it from the Imperial perspective now. And so what does that
I was
mean
My wrong
if you are
microphone,
part of
and
the
I feel
Empire,
shitty about
you
that.
watch the
I do
destruction of the
apologize for
second
that.
Death
I should
Star,
have known better.
you know about the death
God,
of the
I'm using my
Emperor.
better
What
sounding
challenges
microphone.
does that present to you? What choices do you have to make?
She was
And
in
that's
Sleepy
really
Hollow,
the thrust
apparently.
of our story is watching Iden
Better
as she has
Thing,
to go
Space
down that path
Force.
in a new world order.
That sounds so good.
So we've
Yeah,
heard
don't
a lot
recognize her at
about
all.
Commander Iden Versio. You're 100 feet tall on the screen.
I'm sorry about that audio issue. I really do apologize.
They just gave me a helmet. I'm dying.
Oh my god.
I'm
Whoa,
so excited.
cool.
So tell us what it's like to be part of the Star Wars universe and to get a role like that.
Well, are there any Star Wars fans in the audience?
Well, duh. Who doesn't like Star Wars? There might be some question about like, the
Imagine
modern stuff,
what
but
it's
just
like to
classic
sit in
Star
this
Wars
chair
is
and
phenomenal.
have the honor of
Okay.
being this person. It is truly, it's the most wonderful thing that I never imagined this would happen to me. I'm so honored. That being said, I'm also a gamer, and I have been for a while, and I love this medium so very much for
The
storytelling.
nose is.
And
I was like,
it's
is
like
that the same person, or did she just voice her? Because I know a lot of people just like change it. But I know it's an odd thing to point out. The nose is the same.
In this whole experience
It looks so similar. Look at the noses; they are the same
I did
thing.
not think that was the case. I thought I would show up and they'd say, "Please stand here and say
Yeah,
these words."
they-
and now
they-
you're in a
the
Star Wars.
noses.
And that is not
That's how you know
what
they're the same
it's
person.
been.
Just look at
As
the
actors,
noses.
we've been given
I'm not caring about
access
the
to
story. I'm just
writers
noticing
and
the
producers
nose
and the
thing
directors
because the
and-
nose
and
knows.
military consultants to really work on making this an authentic Star Wars story, and they let me do things. Like I got to do EA Play, and like I
loved you at that. Can I just interject? I was excited about this, but seeing you so pumped and so passionate about your character made me like jump out of my skin. I'm like, I have to play this game.
I get to come to stuff like this, and then like, do you want to see a video?
Oh, sure. We can critique it and be like, oh.
Let me show you videos. this video.
Why
in
hasn't
particular
that
is wonderful
become a
because it's
meme
like a
yet? I
backstage
wonder
pass
why.
To see what it's like to break new ground in the Star Wars galaxy.
Wow.
Roll that tape.
Break new ground. Okay. I haven't seen this in a while, so I'm just curious what I think of it now. Hello, Stormtroopers.
I've always been a fan of the dark side.
Ooh, yes, we all have, because who doesn't
The idea
love
of the
Maul?
Imperial perspective is you never really understand who they are as
Oh,
people,
the
right, or how
Sith
the
troop, not
organization
Super
works.
Troopers, not the Sith Troopers.
How can we
Ooh.
distill that and how can we make a story around that?
That's a great question. Battlefront 2, behind the story. I'm getting used to
The
this
story
already.
of Battlefront 2 is absolutely an
I
essential
see Blank,
story.
that's a great
What
name.
happened after Return of the Jedi? What happened
Yeah,
to the
'cause the
galaxy?
Empire didn't
what
just-
happened to the Empire without an
just
emperor?
get
What
rid
it might feel
get
like to be in
gone
this
of.
galaxy as it starts to break apart.
Good questions.
What's really exciting about this story is that we're going to see it from the point of view of a character like Iden. So we're going
Ooh,
to see
straight
it
for
from
the
this
kill.
Imperial point of view.
Yeah.
Inferno Squad is a black ops team that
That's
most people
Paul
don't even know
Blackhorn,
exists.
isn't it? That's Quincy
We happen
Lance.
to be on Endor when the second Death Star explodes.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. being on Endor, not
Iden is
Endor.
presented with an extreme challenge: the destruction of the Death Star 2 and the death of the Emperor.
What sort of choices would
Dun,
somebody in
dun.
that situation have to make
Oh,
about
that's
who
not bad
they
concept
are
art.
and what the galaxy was going to become?
And it's interesting. Does that mean, now that the Empire's fallen, that they're the underdogs?
Maybe that could always be a good story, but I know where it's gonna
is
go. It's gonna
a
betray
tried
them.
and true and through and
She's
through
gonna become part
Imperial.
of the
She's somebody
rebellion.
who
I
grew
think
up
we
on a
all
planet
know
called
that,
Vardos.
like
She
story-wise.
was very quickly
I like
put
the Sith
into
cities, like
a
Empire
military
cities. That were
camp
pretty
for
good.
children.
She has spent her whole life building up to this moment to be commander of Inferno Squad.
Moff Raiders informed the Admiral that
Oh,
operations
that's
in the
so
Cassini's
Quincy
plan.
Lance.
Hask is the most zealous of them all, I would say. He's the most
It's odd seeing him with
interested and
hair.
invested in how far the Empire is willing to go.
He was an orphan. So
Yeah.
he needed something to latch
I
onto.
love Paul
Empire
Blackboard. He is
peace
great
and
in
justice
like
and order.
Even when people are
everything.
faltering
He's
around
great
him,
Arrow.
he
So
pushes forward
seeing him
and
in
says,
this is
no,
great.
the Empire is the way.
I'm picking up distress calls, too many to count.
Hello,
Del
random
has seen
person.
more of the galaxy than most people in the Empire. He actually grew up on Coruscant during
cool.
the time of the Jedi.
He brings a lot of humor.
So he's like pretty
Him and
old.
Iden have a bit of a banter. a bit of a
TJ
laugh.
Rammy. Okay, I'm gonna be curious who you
Family
are.
is a really important element in Star Wars, and one of the things that we wanted to make sure we captured is the dynamic between Garrick Versio and his daughter Iden Versio.
This is the catalyst for Iden, where she learns the future of the Empire, and she's elevated to a point by her father.
Your next assignments,
Okay.
they are unusual. She's my daughter. She's all I have. I do need for her to
Anthony
understand
Sorky.
what
I
I'm
like
gonna
the sound
do,
of his voice.
what
I just don't know
I'm
where he's
gonna
from.
do.
Everything in
you
Star Wars
been
is
in, buddy?
connected,
You're an Arrow
and part
too?
of our job is to
Oh.
make sure that the games we're making
You were in Prison
do
Break too.
connect back
Okay,
into
Ninja
that larger
Shield, nice,
universe.
That's cool.
But we're now able to use
I'm sorry to
this
recognize you.
game in Battlefront 2 as a
Hey,
resource
better
to take this
receive
information into
Rogue
future
Squadron,
development projects.
which no one basically played.
Cannot save them.
Yes, mention the pay-to-win aspects, and
I
you'll
think
win this
those
crowd
games out
over.
there are gonna just love it.
This is the
Yes, Paul
culmination
Blackboard,
of all the
we all
things
love
that are
you.
good in the world. Video games, Star Wars, and a team of people that are willing to take the time to do the work.
We have to take risks, we have to be bold, we have to push everyone's boundaries and leave a good footprint behind.
Yeah, not since Guardians of the Galaxy has I heard such great promising stuff for the story. Actually, that and Avengers, actually. When I think about it, because Avengers was very much trying to be like, this is a grand story. And it's like, cool. You really weren't. Anyway. Cool. I'll give it the applause. It was pretty decent.
That was cool. No big deal.
No big deal.
No big deal. Just a Star Wars game. You could feel the whole game in the stage as well.
It's like a massage. Kind
Yeah.
of.
Yeah, you really could. You
I
feel
saw a few
Star Wars is
lightsabers
great at
down
speaking.
there, so that's just so cool. So there's a lot
Jack,
of Star Wars out
you
there.
need to
We
work on
have-
this.
We have TV, we have movies, we have animated. So what sets this story apart from those stories, and specifically in regards
Jack,
to video games?
you need to
you
read
have
off your
the term
cards.
story in your job title, so you take this one.
I will tackle.
Oh, I
this.
love like that
So, I
Emperor
think one of the
robot.
things
That's
that
great.
We always approach as a story group when we're thinking about telling new Star Wars stories in general is what is the right story per platform? Because each platform has its strengths and what it can really revel in. And one of the great things about video games is that you actually get to inhabit a character. You get to play
Yeah,
as
you are kind of
somebody.
right.
And so what was fascinating to us about Battlefront 2 and Iden Versio is that you get to be a commander in the Empire at this really challenging time. And so that's something that we wanted people to be able to feel and be able to go out there and be that Imperial. And so with that video game, you get the opportunity to do that. You can play as that character, which is
Play as that
incredibly
character.
exciting.
Yeah.
Be very punchy his piece
kind of
to be
a big Star Wars
precisely as
fan,
possible.
I've never heard of Vardos before. Is it a place I can vacation? Is it good this time of year? Please tell me more.
Tell me
I will
more.
answer
tell
that
me
as
more.
Iden.
Okay.
It's just gonna happen to that place.
Bardos is beautiful. I'll tell you why. It's an imperial homeworld. It's beautiful because it's peaceful and it's orderly,
Oh.
like all planets should be.
So
in
it's a
galaxy.
Yeah.
Sith planet.
My butt is clenched.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa. That guy.
And it is beautiful. I mean, it's where she grew up, and it's where she went to school. She was the top of her class. Vardos holds a lot of heart for her.
Yeah.
And it's also where she learned to be a commander, you know? And like look at this girl. the great thing is, on November 17th, you get to feel what it's like to be
November
a
17th,
commander
2017.
for the Empire.
The good old days before the pandemic killed us
I'm
all.
excited. I can't wait to play.
It's kind of scary. Just saying.
Just come on over to this side of things.
Okay, I'm warming up to it a small bit, okay?
Jack, get
So
out of your
we're gonna
comfort
try
zone. We're
something a
still
little different
insecure
this
about
time.
this.
We're gonna
You really
throw
are.
to a caller on a live stream.
Yeah, this
We
surprised
have,
me. It's like,
a
why are they
person
doing
named
this? And
John,
this is
who's
why.
a huge fan of the series, and they're actually in
Because he
Anaheim.
was using
So we're
so
gonna
much
try
for
and
promotion.
throw
I'm
to
surprised we
them.
didn't see this
Do you have
coming.
that?
Yeah, that'd be great. John, are you there?
Yep, hello?
Yeah, that's John
Hello?
Boygea, by the way.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, I want to ask a few questions. My other name is FN2187.
Yeah! So the thing is, apparently, we didn't know he was supposed to be there because he had the live action panel and just like bolted over. It was great to see him. Everyone was on their feet. It was great. If I had it on my camera, I was taking pictures, and I was a bit far away. But either way, it was great to see you, Finn. Really was.
Oh, man.
You're a traitor, though,
Ladies
but.
and gentlemen, Mr. Finn himself, John Boygea is here.
So it felt odd that they were trying to do it. Based on what Jackson High said, they like contacted him at the last minute about it. Like they said, he might be there, he might not. So yeah.
You sit here.
Battlefront 2,
Come
jeez.
sit. No. You sit here.
I love you too, babe. How you doing?
That's great.
John, I'm a bit flustered. I knew you were coming out, but now I'm here and it's all happening.
I had to. I've just left the Last Jedi panel. And
Mhm.
I had to,
Yeah, Last Jedi was coming out.
I had
Remember
to
when we were all
stop by
happy
and
about
give
that
my
and looking
game
forward
as
to it?
visit.
Well,
I
you're
miss
a
the
big
good old
Battlefront
days.
fan, right?
I really
Yes, I am.
do.
Yes, I am. Yes, I'm a massive Battlefront fan. And I don't know if you remember, I actually sent out a tweet, which wasn't planned. I just sent out a tweet because I'm a massive fan of Battlefront, and EA responded. I've been, trying to fight for the fans for a good single-player campaign.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, you go,
Now
John.
we have it.
Yes!
Yeah, and you were the first DLC character along with Captain Phasma. So
Also,
yeah.
on top of that, you get to play as me.
Nice!
I think that's where they first made the announcement of
Are
that.
you going to play as yourself?
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
For some guy who
So,
doesn't like Star Wars
as a
now, it's
huge
interesting.
fan of Battlefront 2, what are you most looking forward to in this new version of the game?
I've only played like
Wait, you've played it?
yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh my goodness.
Yikes.
Dude,
Oh.
what?
Not even.
That's me right there.
Amazing.
Come on!
By the way, don't judge my aiming, okay? It's different. the game's set up different. But
Yeah, sure.
I've played it, as you can see, and it's really good. You are phenomenal in it. It's
Thanks.
fantastic.
Oh
It's
my
a great
gosh.
story, and I'm excited for people to get to know these
He's
characters
in
on
there
more
just
intimate
waiting
level.
for like to read
You
Star
feel
Wars
like
lines.
You're playing against real danger because you're more invested in these characters due to that single-player campaign. But also on top of that, I'm gonna be whooping a lot of fans.
Oh,
There's
John.
gonna be some time for that.
Can't wait for the Child
Well,
Casino
thanks for
open.
giving us something to look forward to. Now you guys are leaving us with something today?
Yes. Check under your chairs.
Oh, us.
And like
Not you
everyone,
guys,
everyone
check
in the
under your
panel started
chairs.
looking under their chairs. I shit you not.
We'll get you one too. I didn't know you were coming, so we didn't bring one for you.
Aw, but we all got this. I still have this. It's a great poster to
I know
have.
they're not under your chairs at this moment, but we are happy to say we didn't want to leave anyone empty-handed. So at the end of this panel, when you are leaving, everyone will get.
Yeah, I have that poster still. It's a great poster.
Like Christmas.
I like free posters.
And her
Join us
awesome
this
helmet.
afternoon,
I don't know why they
guys.
showed
Thank you.
3 different versions. Like there were 3
Thank
different
you guys so much
posters.
for being here.
But I still have that one.
Give it up for Star Wars.
It's not a bad opening panel. Just bring out John Boygea. So yeah.